Ooh, you know I had to double it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We got this breaking news last night. Sasha Banks debuting in New Japan Pro Wrestling. What does this mean for WWE's women division going forward? What's up with Naomi? Well, I saw some sources saying Naomi might be heading back to WWE. I saw some crazy person say she might be heading to AEW. I would hope Naomi goes back to WWE. I think for right now, that would be probably best for her. Her and Sasha left in solidarity, but Sasha seems to be in Japan on her own. I would say it's best for Naomi to go back to WWE and be with her husband and extended family and maybe, hopefully, work her way into the bloodline, maybe. It would only make sense. But wow, Sasha Banks in New Japan. So what does this mean for New Japan going forward? They now have a top female in that Stardom brand or division, as they call it, because I guess New Japan's working with Stardom to create a women's division, make more popular women's wrestling over there. Sasha Banks is a name on her own. When I got the update late last night from ESPN on my phone, it didn't even say New Japan Pro Wrestling. It said, I think Sasha Banks debuts at a Japanese, wrestling company. They didn't even give it the respect to call it what it is, New Japan Professional Wrestling. So she's definitely bringing a big spotlight from around the rest of the world to New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom specifically. Her first feud we saw, for those who did see, some of you may have not, is going to be with Kairi, the former Kairi Sane from NXT and Raw and SmackDown. They've worked together in the past. This match has been talked about for a while. I remember even a little bit after Sasha Banks had left, there were murmurings that she'd kind of want to work with some of the girls in Japan, Kairi being the name to headline that list. I liked Kairi Sane in WWE. I thought she was phenomenal. I just thought when they brought her up to the main roster and paired her with Asuka, they didn't give the main roster audience necessarily the time to get warmed up to her. When you threw her in that tag team with Asuka, when she initially came in, we just looked at her as another Japanese girl. Not that that's an insult or anything. It was just she wasn't presented the proper way. She wasn't given the proper debut. At least I don't think. I could be wrong. But I think they could have got a lot more out of Kairi Sane on the main roster before she left. But now she's in Japan, and Sasha's in Japan. And I was telling myself this earlier. I've never went out of my way to watch New Japan. But if it popped up on my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, I'm going to watch it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to download all these apps and outlets just to watch one match. I'm not going to do that. So if she comes back across my radar, I'll definitely tune in. Like I said, I'm not going out of my way to watch New Japan. But I hope in New Japan she does phenomenal. I know she's going to be phenomenal. She was in WWE. She changed the game completely. She raised the playing field. And when she didn't get the respect she felt she deserved, when she didn't get the respect she did deserve, she walked. And honestly, that's my message to all talent in wrestling. If you feel underutilized, if you really want to bet on yourself, if you really feel like you're that guy or that gal, bet on yourself and take that walk and see who really wants to come mess with you. And Sasha Banks had a ton of suitors, I'm sure. She had a ton of people in her email throwing contracts at her. New Japan and Stardom were the ones that got the nod from Sasha. She's going to be heading there. Her being in New Japan, we'll probably see her in AEW as well. That's some speculation. That AEW women's division is tough and not on Sasha Banks' level. Or not on Mercedes level. I think the closest one they have that might be on her level, maybe a Britt Baker or Red Velvet, maybe. I'd say Red Velvet just because she's been around for a while, so Sasha might be able to work with her better than probably anyone else. And Sasha is pretty small. Not that that means anything, but when you look at a Jade Cargill and look at their styles, that match would, that could be something that we don't want to see. When you look at a Jamie Hayter, and she's got good size, but she's another bigger girl where her and Sasha Banks might be a styles clash as well. But this is all speculation. These are all my opinions. I'm just thinking. But I'm happy to see Sasha Banks outside of WWE. She seems to be doing something that she's happy doing. She's happy in Japan and working with Stardom in New Japan. All of Boston should be giving this young woman a round of applause. This is our sister from our city, and she did a good job. She did a phenomenal job in the top wrestling promotion in the world right now. So Boston, stand up and let's clap for our sister. She's in Japan now. She's doing her thing over there, and she's going to kill it just like she did over here. And I would hope in a couple years' time she can come back to WWE, and this will all just blow over. Because remember, she walked out on Vince, not Triple H. You can always come back. So that's what I have. That's all I got. You guys tell me what you're looking forward to in Sasha Banks, Mercedes, in New Japan. This is going to be pretty exciting. I'm sure we're all on the edge of our seats, just like I'm on the edge of mine right now, because I'm about to get out of here. You already know it's me, Jaron DSB, the Business Decision, and we had to bring you some breaking news today.